Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are watching my video for the first time, you are also welcome, and please subscribe and also turn on your notification bell at the end of this video. So without wasting time, let's get started. Today's tutorial is on how to make a shirt with an elastic waistband. I'll be using this Ankara fabric for this tutorial, and as you can see, I folded my fabric into two, using the largest part of my body, which is my hip, to draft out my front pattern. So now I'm drawing my first line, which is my waistline, went down by 2 inches for my band, and then also marked 9 inches downwards from the new waistline, which is the second line there, and marked my hip line. So now I'll be dividing my hip circumference by 4 and mark on my hip line, which is 38 inches divided by 4 is 9.5 inches. I'll also mark 9.5 inches on my waistline and then connect the 2 points with my ruler. My waist circumference is not needed because I'll be using 1/2 inch elastic on my waistline. I'm also going to mark 2.5 inches downwards for my crotch depth. You can get these measurements by sitting on a chair and take your measurements from your waistline to the top of your seat, or mark 2.5 inches or 3 inches below your hip line. So now for my front crotch extension, I will mark 2.5 inches, which is the difference between my hip line and my crotch depth, as my crotch extension. Or I can also divide my hip circumference by 4 and divide the result by 4 again. Hip circumference is 38 inches. 38 inches divided by 4 is 9.5. 9.5 divided by 4 is 2.3, but I decided to use 2.5. Go ahead and use your French curve to connect your hip line to your crotch extension. So guys, for my waistline, I'm marking 16 inches as the full length of my shorts, and also connecting those points with my ruler. And on that line, I'll be dividing my thigh measurements by 2, which is 12 inches, and also mark on the length, on the full length, and also connect the points to the crotch extension, and then also mark 2 inches as my hemming allowance. Now I'm done drafting my pattern, and I'll go ahead and cut this out. I'm also going to be opening the side of this pattern. So guys, over here I'm placing my front pattern on another folded fabric, which is also folded by 2 but with added inches. My crotch line, I came out by 2.5 inches for my back crotch extension and marked 2.5 inches upwards, and also marked 2.5 inches downwards. So guys, I'm done drafting my back pattern, and I'll just go ahead and cut this out. So now I'm done cutting out my front and back pattern. It's now time to sew, and as you can see, I'm opening up the sides, and then I'll head over to my sewing machine to sew the crotch length of the front pattern and the crotch length of the back pattern by 1/2 inch. So guys, when you're done with that, you'll be placing the front pattern on the back pattern, and you'll be stitching the sides by 1/2 inch. And please make sure to use your pin to pin the front and back pattern together before sewing. This is just to make the sewing process easy for you. Just make sure to use your pin to pin it first before stitching it down. So now I'll head over to my sewing machine to sew the sides of my shirt. The next thing to do now is to sew the inseam of your shirt by 1/2 inch. So guys, as you can see, my shirt is beginning to take shape, and I'm just going to make my elastic casing by folding once to meet that line, and then I'll fold again and top stitch along the edge. But while sewing, I'm just going to leave a little space just to enable me pass my elastic into my elastic casing. I'm going to fold once and fold again. I will also repeat the same process for the end of my shirt. I will fold once with the 2 inches allowance I gave. I'll fold once to meet the line and then fold again and top stitch close to the folded part. I will head over to my sewing machine and stitch that down and then bring it back for you to see. So now I'm done with all the sewing, and you can see how beautiful my shirt looks, and also confirming my shirt length, which is still 16 inches. Now for my elastic, I'll be dividing my hip circumference by 2, which is actually 19 inches, but I had 18.5 inches. So now I'm going to pass my elastic through my elastic casing with the little space I gave while sewing. And when I'm done with that, I'll sew both ends of my elastic and then cover up the little space I gave before passing my elastic into my elastic casing. I'm just going to cover that place up. So guys, this is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much, and see you in my next video. Bye.